got a new album coming out in February called Smoke and Mirror on Lockdown Records.
Are you ready to be real? When I say please, y'all say real. Please.
My man Sick Jacken's about to hit the stage.
Yeah! Sick Jacken in the motherfucking house. San Antonio, let's wild the fuck out now. Ready?
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your man Obex. You tuning into the system right now. We about to get an exclusive interview with none other than B-Real. Y'all stay tuned, man. Y'all don't go nowhere. Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your man Obex, the Rex. Y'all tuning into the system right now. Got my man B-Real. What's good, man? What's good? All right, homie? Chillin'? Yo, man, off top, just want to ask you a couple of questions, man. So let's talk about Smoke and Mirrors, man. How did that come about, and what's the title behind it?
Well, you know, it came about, actually it came about like 3 years ago. We had finished the last Cypress record that we did for Sony. We were at the end of our deal, so we didn't have you know, like a timeline to deliver the next Cypress Hill record, you know, so everybody had different projects they wanted to do before we went in and started the next Cypress record. So one of my things was a solo record. In between that time, I put out a couple of mixtapes just to keep, you know, my name in the street.
Yeah, well,
and, you know, just keep placing the name out there, because you have, these days there's so many rappers, you get lost in the shuffle if you stay away for too long.
Well,
So-
I mean, you're definitely a legend in the game, man. So
Yeah.
what factored into you signing with Duck Down to Drew Line, man?
Well, you know, I wanted to go with a label that knew what they were doing with hip hop.
Right, straight up.
You know, a couple things that made me go there was because, one, they're based on the East Coast, which is pretty much, you know, you gotta hit there before you hit anywhere
Most
else.
definitely.
You know, and that's how Cypress Hill pretty much started. We're a West Coast group, but we broke in the East Coast first, so I wanted to kind of carry on that same thing with my solo thing, and you know what I mean. So, and the reason behind the title is, you know, in the hip hop game these days, things just ain't always what they seem to be. Like, you know, a lot of people have this perception because they see it in videos that once you get a record deal, you know, you're a millionaire, you got a mansion, you got all these cars. Like you see in the videos and shit. You see all that shit in the videos, but when that video's done, you know, they got to get the fuck out of that big ass house. They got to give those cars that they rented back to the dude who rented them out for the video. All those chicks that got casted for the video, they go home. And half the jewelry you got to send back to the jeweler that you rented out for the video. You know what I mean?
That
so
a lot too.
it's a lot of bullshit. You know what I mean? So a lot of, you know, that's pretty much the concept of it. You know, not everything is what it seems to be.
Now, since you with Doug Down now, I mean, is there any new production? I mean, obviously, any new features from that side of the camp by any chance?
We're waiting on a verse back from Buckshot right now.
Yeah.
You know, I just reached out to him. I tried to carry it mostly on my back. You know what I mean? That's why it's a solo record. I mean, I got a few cameos on it. I reached out to Snoop. He blessed me with something. I reached out to Too Short and Corrupt. They blessed me with something. Damon Marley, you know, he blessed me with something. So those were the few cameos I went after. I didn't want to have like too many songs with so many cameos like everybody else, because then it's just like everybody else, you know what I mean?
Right, exactly. So compare this album, is there any comparison to this album to a Cypress Hill record by any chance? Is there any differences?
Not really, because the production is different, you know what I mean? Like with Cypress, Muggs does all, you know, pretty much all the production. So if I had went to him to do any of my solo stuff, it would just be an extension of Cypress Hill, and I didn't want it to be that. I wanted it to be distinctively different.
Most definitely.
From content to the beats, just everything, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that when I go back to do Cypress, I'm not just recycling
Right.
what I just did, you know what I mean? It'll be fresh, it'll be new, and it'll be that Cypress Hill formula.
Right, absolutely.
You know what I mean?